Tell me what I'm doing.
And oh, I guess it automatically starts the stream over on YouTube. All right, that's cool.
Too bright. I'm just too pale right now. Till I get better.
You're too damn beautiful, dear.
No.
Too damn beautiful.
That better. Actually, why am I doing it?
Can I touch your face?
No, you cannot.
I do shit like that to her all the time.
Oh my gosh, I'm so pale.
It's fine. Nobody cares.
I care.
I assure you, nobody cares.
Well, we're live.
Okay.
Hello. Hello, all you industrious people.
We still got time. I feel like people aren't just going to hop right in here.
Dude, there could be people like chomping at the bit. Like, they're just ready to go.
Well, that's the thing. I didn't set up the live stream till about an hour ago, so it wasn't
stand up to the victory.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I wasn't 100% sure what we were going to be doing. So,
yeah, I'll since nobody's in here, and this, I'm assuming this is never mind. I'm not going to say nothing because this is going to like filter in somewhere, and I don't want to say something. So, nothing bad. What we were talking about in text.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's outside of this.
Yeah. I don't want to talk nothing about that.
I mean, you can talk. I mean, if you're 100%, like if you're still, just leave it for the outside until you're 100% sure what you're doing. If you're doing it,
I want it to hit the presses, be out like for a while, be like a thing, and then I'll talk about it.
There you go.
And I don't even know if I want to talk about it on here. I didn't plan on mentioning the other on the other thing.
I mean, I didn't think you were going to talk about your ass on YouTube anyways.
What now? It's all about butts and what not to do with them.
Oh,
what was it? What is it? The Simpsons thing? It's the 10 do's and the 500 don'ts of owning a pocket knife.
Don't cut yourself.
My kids have been obsessed with watching The Simpsons lately, and so I'm just like, whatever. Like,
it's good, dude. Yeah. It's good. I mean, there's obviously some more adult stuff, but for the most part, dude, when I watched that stuff growing up, a lot of that stuff that was like adult stuff, it just went over my head. I never even caught it.
Hey, so, we just watched the episode where Bart and Lisa go to Camp Krusty.
Ah, yes, that's a good one.
And it opens up to Bart's dream of like the end of school. He's like,
yes.
It's like, Miss Krapo, I need a C average in order to go to Camp Krusty. She's like, oh, right. And she puts the C's down and he slaps her ass.
Oh, yeah. Everybody leaves. Hey, wait a minute. You guys didn't hear what happened at the end of World War II.
We won.
It's so fucking good. I love it. That's also that's where Adam got his gag for Remember the Game. I'd like you to say hello to Mr. Black. Fucking love that. It's so good. That's season 3, 4.
That is the beginning of season 4. I think that was the first episode of season 4.
Yeah, I know. It was one of those earlier ones. It's good. It's a good episode.
I just love it because like the kids are away at camp and Homer and Marge are like getting in shape and they're like having a great life, and then as soon as they find out that Bart is like the head of the camp, he just loses everything. His 2 hairs he grew.
All right. This is what was it? This isn't gruel. This is crusty imitation gruel. 9 out of 10 orphans can't tell the difference.
All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Dissect That Film Live. It is January 2025, or at least it's the last day of January 2025. And we thought, since it is a week before our season 3 premiere, that we would come on here. We would talk about what's going to be going on, at least in the beginning of the season, and maybe look back at all the exciting things that we did last year, look at the top 10 episodes of the year, and and then we're also going to find out the Monster Zone episode for February, which is going to be exciting because we have an announcement. We announced it on our first episode, which will be out next week, but I figure if you're going to be here listening to this live stream, watching this live stream, however you consume this, we're gonna let you know here about the newest piece of the Monster Zone, which, if you didn't know, is now a free show. It is going to be a monthly show that's going to be part of the Dissect That Film feed. You're going to get it once or twice a month. It's going to be good times. We're going to be strictly talking about monsters on that show. It's fantastic. But yeah, we got lots to talk about. I'm just glad I'm looking at the screen right now. I'm looking at Angela, and she's looking so much better than she looked when we recorded a couple days ago. So
I feel so much better.
I'm so happy that you're feeling better, because I'm just, you know what? You did way more than I would have. If I was in your position, I would have been like, guys, we're recording another day.
Hey, on that note of people being the living dead, essentially, when I die, will you guys do an episode with me, like Weekend at Bernie's style?
That is up to your wife. I won't be anywhere near. If you died, I would have to come down for your services. So
I wouldn't. I won't even be there.
I'd see Angela.
That's true. I'm just fucking with you. That's great.
I might just hide somewhere.
I would see Victor, and I would have your hat in my hand, and I would place it on him like it was Indiana Jones's, like that final scene and end of Crystal Skull where Indy puts it on the top of Shia LaBeouf's head, but then we get nothing out of it. Like,
pretty much.
No, the next movie has nothing to do with Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, sounds right. Dude, we were actually talking. Me and Ben were on a tirade the other day. We were talking about name good. I mean, you probably can, Parker, because you like the guy a lot. But name good Steven Spielberg movies post Jurassic Park 1 and 2.
Saving Private Ryan.
Yep. Well, you're gonna fucking know.
I mean, The Lost World.
Post Lost World. Post the first 2 Jurassic Park. He directed. Post that. And I'm not saying he did bad movies, but there wasn't a lot that I could think of. So we went down a list. And I was like, oh, there's actually quite a few.
That's when Steven Spielberg went to making movies he wanted to make, for himself, because this was when he was getting into a lot more producing. He was jumping into these big franchises, making a shit ton of money, and then he was going, hey, now I can go make that, a movie about a war horse, or I can go make a movie about myself. Or Lincoln. Literally, I own Lincoln. It's on my shelf. Have I ever seen it before? No, it's still sealed. I'll watch it someday. I'll watch it someday.
Hey, Catch Me If You Can.
Oh, that is a great movie. That is, in my opinion, I think, other than Saving Private Ryan, because I think Saving Private Ryan is fucking phenomenal. And it just does it. And sometimes you watch and you go, this was Steven Spielberg? What? Catch Me If You Can is amazing. Don't look into how true it is to the actual story, because it's not really. But yeah, that's a great movie. I've seen that movie so many times.
I've seen it one time, a long time ago, and I was like, I ain't gonna like this. It's got that fucking DiCaprio prick in it. But then, I watched it. I was like, oh, it's a pretty good movie.
So yeah, we're here to chill. We haven't recorded. I mean, we recorded a couple days ago for Alien Romulus, which will be our first episode of season 3, which is currently out uncut over on Patreon. If you want to listen to our episodes early and uncut, go to patreon.com/dissect that film. For a single $1, you can get those early access episodes, and then a week later is when the rest of you all will get the episode. So yeah, episode 1 will be out January 7th. It's on Alien Romulus. We had our good friends Anna and Charlie from Give Me Back My Action horror movies. Anna is also a co-host over at the Baron's Hideout podcast, and Charlie is also a co-host over at Be Action. So we had those two wonderful human beings over to talk about Alien Romulus, and it's a long one. It's a long one, but it was a good conversation. Yeah. It was a good breakdown of the movie. It was good to be back. It was kind of breaking off some of the rust from not recording for almost 2 months. It was a good time.
Yeah, you gotta shed it. You gotta work it back. Get back in a warm, the routine.
And I've already had people in our Discord state it's a good episode, so I'm
good.
I'm good there, feeling good.
Oh yeah, do we mention they get the raw? Like if they're on,
That's
sorry,
right.
I got to mess up. They take it raw. Do we mention that? I'm sorry, on Patreon.
Dan, you were literally sitting right there as
I heard you. They get the early episodes, but I don't know if you mentioned that they were like.
Yes, they're uncut. They're raw.
Okay.
They're uncut, raw. The same. Yeah.
Just the way people like it. That's fair. I just want to make sure.
There are some things I have to trim out for legal reasons.
Legal reasons?
Yeah, mostly your comments.
It's usually
no,
but I know one for sure. He's like, I'm cutting that. I was like, got it.
No, I mean it's for Patreon, so they spend their hard-earned money. They're gonna get all the goodies that I decide not to, or maybe that I decide to take out. Some of the side tangents that maybe go too long and aren't related. It's my kid. Don't worry about it.
No. I was like, no, you're good. You're good.
Yeah. So we have Alien Romulus in the can. It is ready. The editing is going to be taking place soon. For that, and this weekend, in a couple days, actually, we're going to be recording our second episode of the season with our good friend Official Joey C. We're going to be talking about the 2009 My Bloody Valentine, which is a movie I have not seen in a very, very long time.
Man, I can't wait to have him back, dude. I'm so pissed at him right now. Fucker owes me money. No. That's gonna be nice to have Joey on, and this is one because you guys have talked this fucking movie up so much. I'm looking forward to watching it.
Yeah, I'm excited. We covered the original last season for Valentine's Day, and this year Valentine's Day is on a Friday, so it's actually going to be on Valentine's Day, which is very exciting.
So what are we doing for next year then? If it's all like Valentine's Day killers, are we gonna do Hard Eyes or something?
We could.
I don't know nothing.
I guarantee that. I mean, there's a bunch of. I mean, we have. I don't know, like Happy Death Day. I think that's a.
Is that a Valentine's?
Well, that's
one?
like a. I don't know if that's a Valentine's Day. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. Yo, Brian Sanchez is in the chat. What's up, Brian? How you doing? It's good to see you.
Our anniversary is on Saturday.
It is.
Ooh, that's exciting.
We're gonna go do illegal things.
Whoa. Illegal.
Yeah. We'll tell you guys. When the police report comes out, we'll tell you all about it.
I'm concerned. I wasn't informed of this.
Well, I'm gonna make you an accomplice with or without your consent.
Okay.
Yeah, so we got those 2 episodes coming up. We have then the rest of the month is sequels. So February we're kind of doing a sequels to movies we've already covered month, which we weren't originally going to do like themed months, but I figured to start off the season we'd do that because then we're going to be hopping back into doing a franchise coverage, which we haven't done in quite some time. I think we haven't done a franchise coverage since what, Ninja Turtles? Where we did the original trilogy for Ninja Turtles, which at some point we're going to have to probably finish that off with the other 3 Ninja Turtles. Well, actually, there's 4 of them now because you have TMNT from 2006 or 7. Then you have the 2 Michael Bay produced ones. And then you have the Mutant Mayhem.
Which I heard is good.
Oh, it's fantastic.
So, I'm fine with that.
I saw it in theaters, and I just recently... because my youngest is obsessed with Ninja Turtles, so we've been watching anything Ninja Turtles on Paramount Plus. So I threw on the 2 Michael Bay produced ones, rewatched those. I'm not gonna share my thoughts on those until we cover those. I rewatched TMNT, which is the only Ninja Turtles movie not on Paramount Plus. It's weird. I have the 4-pack, so I had it, so I was able to watch it, but I was like, of all the and we rewatched Mutant Mayhem, which Mutant Mayhem, if you haven't seen it and you're a Turtles fan, it's a must watch.
All right.
And then I've been throwing on the 2012 Ninja Turtles show.
Okay. I recall that one.
Which is probably one of the best versions of the Turtles other than the original.
Yeah, I watched some of that
series.
with Vic when he was younger. I remember seeing some of that.
So, yeah, Ninja
It's pretty
Turtles
good.
going big in our house. But with my oldest made my youngest some size made out of like scrap wood we had in our house. So he's running around with those, doing stuff with those. Yeah, he's having a good time.
Stabbing people.
Need to teach him ninja rap,
Oh God, don't.
please.
Go ninja, go ninja, go ninja, go ninja. Great time. Listen to our Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze episode with Dustin and Paul from the Flicks and Friends podcast. That was a great episode.
It was a good one.
I mean, speaking of Ninja Turtles, when we talk about our top 10 episodes of 2024, there are 2 Ninja Turtles movies on that list, and they're pretty high.
Nice.
Up there. So
Good.
people love the Ninja Turtles, and it's crazy when we talk about the top 10, just where one fell. It's pretty wild. But yeah, check out our Ninja Turtles. We covered the original 90s trilogy, which was a lot of fun. We had Adam Blank on for the original. We had Dustin and Paul from the Flicks and Friends podcast for 2, and then we had Charlie and Pete for Ninja Turtles 3. So that was a lot of fun. So yeah,
Hanging out with them, not the movie. Go ahead.
Yeah, so yeah, we're doing sequels to movies we've already covered on the show. So of course we did the entire Alien franchise a couple years ago, and I think it was about time to cover the latest entry. So that's why we did Alien Romulus. We have, of course, it's Valentine's Day. It's why we had to do My Bloody Valentine. It's not a sequel to something we've covered, but it is something related to something we've covered already. Then we're going to be covering Alligator 2, The Mutation, because we did cover 1980s Alligator last year or last season. So we're going to hopefully have some amazing guests on for that. And then we're going to be ending the month with Angela's pick, where she decided, why not get it out of the way? Let's talk about Beetlejuice again. We're going to be talking about Beetlejuice. And I feel that one is going to be a spicy one. I've had a lot of thoughts about that movie. I've seen it twice now, and so I'm going to be seeing it a third time. I don't know. It's going to be a good one. That's all I'm going to say. I think it's going to be a spicy episode. Yeah, that's about it. And then we're going to be having a poll up on Patreon. I might even throw it up on like Instagram and other places to kind of try to get some more numbers as we try to determine what franchise we're going to be covering first. And we might as well announce it. So I just opened up our Discord to our patrons. So if you want to join our Discord, go over to patreon.com/Dissect That Film. You can join at any of the tiers, even the free tier. And there's a link currently there right now. It expires in like 4 or 5 days. So click on that. If you join now, go there. You get the link to the Discord. I'll probably post another link a little bit later, maybe just do a forever link or whatever it is, so that more people get in there. So Dan has picked a good one. He last season I spoke about how there is one franchise that I am most terrified to cover, and Dan's like, you know what? Why don't we cover that franchise? And I went, okay. So Dan's pick for our Patreon poll, well, our poll, I'm just going to say our poll because it's going to be everywhere, is the Lord of the Rings trilogy, plus a bonus movie, which will be the 1970s animated Hobbit.
77 or 79. I always get it mixed up. I think it's
so.
77.
Instead of covering the Peter Jackson Hobbits, we're going to be covering Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings, but with a bonus of the original animated The Hobbit.
It tells you all you need to know. You don't need
exactly, because it was one book
and
and it was shorter than Fellowship. So what are we doing, Peter Jackson?
Yep.
Getting greedy.
100%. It is. And actually, I completely forgot you said that you were like not looking for like that was a daunting project to talk about that franchise. I was just like Lord of the Rings. That was just my pick. That was literally
that's fine.
it.
I knew at some point we were going to have to do it. And to be honest, I think, let's see, I only ever owned Fellowship on DVD, but my brother gave me a bunch of his Blu-rays and DVDs, and one of those was the theatrical versions of the original trilogy. And to be honest, I think it's one of those things where the question is going to be, do we cover the theatrical versions or do we cover the extended versions?
Oh, Lord.
I want to do the theatricals. The extendeds are too fucking long.
I was going to say, we never
They're
finished.
way too long. The theatricals are long enough. Like, you're literally, there were times, so, story. My dad used to go to the casino a lot. He had a little bit of a problem, but that's on him. So it was from my hometown to the next town, which was like 45 miles away. And then from there, another 50-ish to the casino. So I would go, he would literally go to the casino and then return, and the Lord of the Rings extended cut would still be fucking going.
Oh my god. It's like isn't it
They're-
like over 4 hours long?
It's
each
something
movie?
stupid like that.
Oh,
Dude, no.
Lord. 'Cause
Like,
I think
I
the
assure you the regular ones are long.
Yo,
I think they're
Charlie's
like-
in the chat. What's up, Charlie?
Hey, dude, we were just talking shit about you, bro. Welcome.
Oh,
We were.
talking shit.
yes.
Nothing but good things. Nothing but
Okay,
good
so
things.
the theatrical versions of these movies, Fellowship is 2 hours and 58 minutes.
Yeah.
Two Towers is 2 hours and 59 minutes. And Return of the King is 3 hours and 21 minutes.
Yeah, we don't need...
That's the theatrical cuts, people. Listen,
Which movie?
these episodes are going to be like 4 hours long if we did the freaking extended edition. So we'll see. We'll see. I've never watched Lord of the Rings. What's up, Daniel? But I've seen the animated Hobbit movie. Well, it's going to be up for vote. So yeah, that's Dan's pick for the poll. Angela is wants to do some action movies. And
Yeah.
I was not expecting this selection from her. So when she said it, I was like, all right, I'm not gonna say no.
Love these movies,
She wants to do the Bourne movies. So if we do that, we're gonna do the 3 original Bourne movies with Matt Damon. We're gonna do the Bourne Legacy, which is the one with Jeremy Renner, and then it would be, I think, Bourne. Is it Jason Bourne is like the last one? So there's 5 movies in that
Somebody likes
franchise.
me.
Well, it's action.
They're-
It's Charlie. Come on.
Yeah. I love the first 3. I never
So-
seen any of them after the first 3. But I
That-
love those fucking movies.
That's going to be
Seriously.
Angela's pick. And then my pick, thanks to a couple wonderful humans over in our Discord, gave me a suggestion because I was having a hard time. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do because there's so many franchises I want to do. But I'm like, what about a franchise that like not everyone's like, I was originally going to be like Indiana Jones because at some point we're going to do Indiana Jones because Dan's never seen Indiana Jones. Angela, have you seen Indiana Jones movies?
I've seen the first one.
Okay. So you're somewhat fresh to that franchise. So we're going to cover it. Maybe even this year. I decided to go with the selection or the suggestions from a couple of wonderful people. I think it was Daniel and I think Brad mentioned it. I'm going to pick the Underworld series.
Oh, shit.
The
I knew that was
Vampire
yours.
Underworld. Yeah, with Kate Beckinsale. Hulk Hogan movies. No, those are saved for
Please.
B-Action, Charlie.
They can bring it here. Come here, Charlie. Hang out with us.
I'm not doing it. I hate him. I
said it
hate
was
Hulk
weird
Hogan.
that me and Dan had ours picked before you.
Can we do? We did
Yeah,
that?
that's a first.
We had
Usually,
our stuff picked before.
yeah,
him.
usually I'm
Usually
like, hey
it's
guys,
me.
when are we doing this?
I'm
Like, when you
usually
go-
last. Yeah.
How about we, instead of Hulk Hogan, we go one step up for shitty human beings and just do Steven Seagal?
I know at some point we're gonna have to. I want to cover some of the Steven Seagal movies that I grew up loving,
Yeah.
like Hard to Kill, Out for Justice.
Under Siege?
Oh yes, Under Siege and Under Siege 2 because Under Siege 2 is
Yep.
actually not terrible. But we're
Is that the
not
train
gonna
one?
cover. That is the train one. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
We're not gonna cover movies like Half Past Dead because if you want to hear about that terrible movie, you just listen to, I think Flicks and Friends covered it with Charlie.
Marked for Death.
No, Marked for Death. Actually, do I have it over here?
We'll talk him into doing it over here.
I thought about picking for my choice just because it was going to irk Parker. I thought about saying Harry Potter.
He would have said nope. Oh, there's another one that I thought about picking.
Here you go. The Foreigner.
Yeah.
Who's in this one? Nobody.
That's fine. Just Steven Seagal. That's all that matters.
And then Fire Down Below.
Yes.
This one's actually good. This one's got
I remember that one.
It's got Stephen Lang, Chris Christopherson, Harry Dean Stanton.
There you go.
This one's actually a good one.
So now this is making now you mentioned this and it's kind of putting me in a spiral in my head. So now I'm thinking of like U.S. Marshals.
Well, if we cover U.S. Marshals, we have to cover The Fugitive.
That's true. And then I also thought of it's not really an action movie, but it's another movie that has Tommy Lee Jones I really like is Double Jeopardy.
That's a good one. Tommy Lee Jones, Under Siege. Great.
He is.
He's the bad guy. Him and Gary Busey. I have the Fire Down Below movie poster. Hell yeah. Straight from my local theater. I'm really upset. I had the movies I don't know. Kate Beckinsale. So yeah, so that I'm gonna post that poll up on Patreon probably tonight just to get it up. Actually, I might even do it while we're live streaming. Just to get it up there and you guys can go vote. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up a rule. So pretty much, of course, if you're a patron of the show, you can vote on the poll on Patreon. You could do it. You can join at the free tier too and participate in the polls. We've been allowing that since last year. But it's going to count as 2 votes on Patreon. So if you vote on Patreon, your vote counts as 2. On the polls for Instagram, I'll probably throw one up on Twitter and wherever I can throw polls up, I'll throw them up there and I'll just have to do the math and figure all that out.
Don't. Wait, which one?
Which one? What?
Isn't there like 2 Dustins?
No, he's talking about Flicks and Friends Dustin. Because he's got 16 accounts. He's got his personal account.
No.
He's got Flicks and Friends. He's got B Action.
No, that's fucking cheating.
He's limited to one.
Don't manipulate the system, dude.
1 vote. But yeah, if you want,
this is actually one I might actually vote on to skew it.
I mean, I think
usually don't do that.
to be honest, if we just all vote for our series, then it's just going to be back at 0% if you think about it, right?
I'm just going to vote for Angelus. No, Underworld's fine. I've only ever seen the first one. That's the only one I've ever seen.
See, I could have been mean. I thought about picking like Twilight or something like that.
Oh God, you had a Maze Runner. Don't you like those?
I like those.
I wasn't trying to shit on them.
I could have tortured you guys with some series.
Listen,
we could have done the Step Up movies.
Oh God.
Or
Pitch Perfect or some shit.
Ew. Oh. That would torture myself.
I mean, you might as well take the whole fucking ship down.
Oh gosh.
It's all right. We got humanoids from the deep coming.
No, I can't think of the name of the movies with the cheerleaders, and it was
Bring It On.
Yeah, Bring It On. I could do that.
Don't ask me why I know that. I've never fucking seen that movie.
All right, so Lord of the Rings.
Bling.
So are we just gonna say theatrical cut?
Please.
Yes.
Okay. So.
Because we would spend forever watching movies.
Did you figure out how long they were?
Huh?
If you did the uncut?
Oh no, I didn't. No, that was the first movie I remember watching with a friend. The 10th Kingdom. It was like 7.5 hours.
Plus animated Hobbit.
Okay. You want to know?
Do I want to
the
know?
runtime? The runtime for the regular versions is over 7 hours. The runtime for the extended cuts is 11 hours and 20 minutes. Exactly. I think that answers your question on that one.
Yeah, he was in Man of the House.
7.5 hours.
Tommy Lee Jones has done some very... There was movies he did in like the early 2000s, mid 2000s. You're just like, all right, Tommy Lee Jones. You're the guy who literally hated working with Jim Carrey, but yet did a cheerleading movie.
Yeah.
All right, sure.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta make a check.
Whatever works for you, buddy. I'm not
well, I can't... listen, if somebody just came out to me and said, hey, I did this movie because I needed money, absolute respect for him. Like Jim Carrey coming...
How should I put that? The Bourne movies?
Born Again.
In all seriousness here.
Just put the Bourne movies.
Okay.
The Bourne
it's
series.
Not it's not
or
a
the
trilogy.
Bourne, okay, so the Bourne series.
Yeah, because it's not a trilogy anymore.
No. Hasn't been a trilogy in like 15 years.
Yeah, it's been a while. I know, but I've only watched the first 3.
I want the last Jason Bourne movie to be called... The last Jason Bourne movie is called Jason Bourne Abortion.
Do you ever think sometimes I should just keep my mouth shut?
No, not at all.
Thoughts to yourself?
Nope, not a once.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
This is my outlet. And people could be
tape.
disappointed or upset, but they'll be all right. That's what people hear worse on social media.
And it's gonna say censored on it.
Fine, it's fine.
You think that?
People have this wonderful option in life called they could just leave.
So can you?
That's true. I could. If they're just like, damn, we don't want you, I'm like, all right,
I'm gonna do this poll until the 17th of February.
Stop.
I'll stop
it.
I'll stop. I promise.
Okay.
Don't hold your breath. You might die.
I remember trailers for Man of the House. That's rough. My grandma was always fond of Tommy Lee Jones. We need to get a Lou Diamond Phillips movie on this fucking channel.
La Bamba?
Just one. What now?
La Bamba?
No. Bats.
Bats. Yeah.
We got to put that on the wheel. We got to add bats to the wheel at some point.
I can add it.
So fuck, my old grandma loved that fucking movie.
Yeah, I'll add it.
All right, the Patreon poll is live. So go over there and vote on Patreon. I will set up the polls on the other sites. It's just not as important.
Do it!
So let us know what franchise you'd like us to see cover.
Fair.
Do you want me to suffer through Lord of the Rings? Where I'm going to be mispronouncing every character that's in that movie?
Motherfuckers. There's already 2 votes on Underworld.
Well, I mean, 2 people in there voted, or were the ones that suggested this.
That's fair. That's fair. And if it wins, that's total. I'm fine with any of these winning, to be honest.
A good Tommy Lee Jones trilogy would be The Fugitive, U.S. Marshals, and end with No Country for Old Men. That's actually good. That's a great choice right there. A lot of people give U.S. Marshals shit.
I liked it.
I really enjoy it. I think Wesley Snipes is good in it. I think a young Robert Downey Jr. is underappreciated in that movie. They got out pretty much all of the original group there from The Fugitive. I thought it was a good movie. I mean, maybe it was people had a problem with it being a sequel to The Fugitive, but I think it's just only a sequel because of those characters. I don't know. I don't think you can really. You don't really have to connect it to The Fugitive other than that, but I don't know. It's stupid. I always enjoyed it.
What's the one, and it's probably U.S. Marshals. It has to be U.S. Marshals. I remember a scene of a gunfight happening, and they fell into the back of, train carts or whatever, and one of them was, full of grain. It was, in a grain silo. And they were fighting over a gun, inside, as it was filling with grain or corn or whatever. It's probably U.S. Marshals.
I feel like Charlie's gonna give you your answer.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for too. Under Siege. We talked about Under Siege. Yeah, Under Siege. Yeah. Those. Listen, Steven Seagal is a piece of shit. He sucks. Those movies, though, were my childhood. Like, I remember going to my dad's for the weekend, and he had Out for Justice and Hard to Kill. He had those on VHS. Oh, The Hunted.
You're probably right.
Which one was The Hunted? Was that the one with... That one have Anthony Hopkins? Or was that Benicio del Toro? Benicio del Toro. It was right. Somewhat.
She's not coming back.
Oh, no. She's gone forever.
No, thank you. I know I'd seen that. My grandma watching it. I was like, this looks good. And like, I think it was just that scene. I'd rather watch Seagal than Hogan movies, to be truthful.
Dude. Here's the thing. Steven Seagal, not a good actor. But I don't know. I just had a better time with the movies he was in. I thought at least the plots of those movies were somewhat interesting. Hogan I covered 2 Hogan movies on B Action. We covered the Assault on Devil's Island and Assault on Death Mountain. And to be honest, they're not bad movies. Hulk Hogan is just bad in them. And I'm going to call out Dustin right now. I love you, Dustin. But the fact is, like, I don't watch these movies for the good acting. It's like, yeah, but like, I can call out bad acting. Okay? Like, as a viewer of the movie, I don't want to watch trash. Like, full trash. And anytime Hulk Hogan was on screen, I, like, audibly would be like, "Oh, you suck." Because he sucks. And he just didn't make the movie fun. But when you would see the other characters on the screen, you're like, yeah, this is cool. This is cool. Like, seeing Carl Weathers kick ass and seeing, what the hell's her name? Gene Simmons' wife, kick ass. Like, it was good. It made it a more fun movie. And then Hulk Hogan shows up and he's like half dead running. He's like, I need my stunt double to run. Oh, Grain Silo scene was in Witness with Harrison Ford.
Thank you.
There you go.
There you go. Thank you. I knew it was one of them. I just knew it was a movie my grandma liked, and I just couldn't remember the actors. I just remember the set piece.
A movie we definitely have to cover at some point because it is Face Off.
I know. I remember the trailers for that. I remember seeing the posters. I remember seeing the movie when it first came out. Never watched it.
That's definitely one. How about this sealed copy of Paul Walker in The Lazarus Project? What in the hell is this?
If I'm going to watch an early Paul Walker film, it's going to be Joyride. I like that 72 Chrysler New Yorker, baby. It's beautiful. Actually, my love of... I just blanked his name. Hold on. Give me a second. Nope, I lost it. It's over.
Oh, that's it, guys. I swear I had.
And no, I guess somebody could have said Tammy and the T-Rex for Paul Walker too, but I'm not going quite that far back.
Look at this double pack. Look at this double pack. Do you ever see Swim Fan?
Never saw. I remember it. I remember advertisements. I've never seen it.
It's it's something. But yeah, Joyride.
Joyride's the fucking shit, dude.
Early Paul Walker, Brick Mansions. Brick Mansions, wasn't that one of the ones that was like one of his last movies? I think that was towards the end of his career. I mean, not on purpose, of course.
Oh no, absolutely.
I don't know.
What happened to Lila Sobieski? I don't know. I remember her in Joyride, and then what was the other one she was in? Can't remember. She was in something else. Yeah, my brother. It's so funny because my brother gave me all of these DVDs and Blu-rays he was never gonna watch. But this was like the crown jewel because like people have been all over the internet talking about how I can't find a physical copy of 28 Days Later. Like, where can I find it? And then my brother's like, here. And I was like, I knew we owned this movie.
Oh,
How much is that selling for right now?
I don't know.
I'm gonna find out.
I got a sealed DVD of Casper.
Dude, we watched that movie so much as fucking kids. I've seen it in theaters and everything. He's the ghost of Richie Rich. You know that,
She
right?
retired to spend time with her kids.
There we go. Rick Mansions was earlier a remake of District B13.
But she was in Deep Impact.
I got the Hills Have Eyes dual double pack underrated collection. This is the remakes, which are actually good remakes.
No, it's not. It's not specifically expensive. It's like $15 to $30. The Hills Have Thighs.
But
Good old Jim Wynorski special, baby.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck
Oh man,
yes.
you know what's a great movie? Kurt Russell in Breakdown.
Kurt.
Think
Kurt.
Think of what's The Hitcher. But yeah, that's pretty much what this movie is.
Okay.
It's pretty exciting stuff when my brother's like, here, I have all my DVDs. Oh my god. Best Star Wars movie, right? Am I right? Just kidding, guys.
I wish people loved us enough to send us shit. You know, send us.
Nobody sends
No,
us
nobody
stuff.
sent me. He didn't send me this. I was just over his house, and he's like, you want all
Well.
these?
We're not gifted things like that.
But,
We don't need it. We got the junk.
Just got Hitcher on 4K. How many?
That's
well,
sweet.
I don't get sent much stuff, but when I do, it's always epic. So like, I got sent a bunch of movies. I got sent The Living Dead at Manchester Morgue on Blu-ray because I was talking about buying it when we covered it, and then our guest actually was like, "Hey, I got an extra copy, so I'm gonna send it to you." And I was
It's
like,
so good, dude.
I was like, awesome. And
I gotta watch that again.
yeah, so
We got it, dude. We bought because you. Okay, sorry.
Oh no, just say shout out to Drew from Real Feels Podcast. He's the one who sent me Living Dead in Manchester Morgue. Then he sent me some DVDs as like a special thing. I didn't even know they were coming, but he got me the Hitcher, the original Hitcher on DVD, which I'm not even mad it's a DVD. For one, I got it for free, and two, I didn't own the movie. And then Slither, which I've still never seen, and Buried Alive. So
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, we ended up buying it for sure because it was on sale. We were talking about it's on sale. We got to buy it, and then you got it, and then we ordered it like roughly around the same time you got yours.
yeah, it's I remember watching that movie and just being like, fucking loved it, man. Rucker Hauer is terrifying. Dimajan is amazing.
Yes, Daniel, enjoy it. My biggest complaint with the Dimajan franchise is a lot of the films are like super kind of samey, and I don't mean like Godzilla blah 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 giant monster thing, but they feel like kind of similar. But the overall quality is very about the same. I know they all filmed them back to back, but you got to carry Kube music. It's well shot. The effects are fucking great. I'm not as big into like the whole samurai epic part of it, but it's great. It's good stuff.
So if you want to follow us over on Letterboxd or follow me over on Letterboxd,
Him, yes.
I actually have a list curated
Yeah.
over on Letterboxd of all of the movies we've covered on the Monster Zone, and I'm rating them myself. I'm making a list out, and currently Dimajan is the third highest rated movie that we've covered. Right now, the top three is Them is my number one.
Good stuff.
Gamera versus Barugan is number 2.
God. Okay, carry on.
And Dimajan is number 3. And then if I want to say my top 4, it would be The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms. Is number 4,
That's a good one.
which is an all-time classic.
Which we don't have. Mickey. Mikey. That's it. Damn it! I knew I was gonna fuck it
He'll
up.
eat anything.
Yeah, he will. Oh, he likes it.
See,
Anyway.
that's how I.
Oh,
remember.
dude! Anytime he says that, holy fuck! He's like, I like this movie. Like he likes it, like all the time, every fucking time. But yeah, he loves the bear. Like what we were talking about earlier about Gamera, and my reserved love for Gamera.
Yeah, it's we've covered currently we've got 21 episodes of the Monster Zone. Not all of them are out to the public. A lot of them are still on our Patreon. I'm going to be slowly releasing them over the course of the year, plus whatever new episode we're going to be recording, which we'll find out what episode or what movie we're going to be covering for February. But
yes,
we just released Varin last week, which was our second, or technically was our third episode, because our very first episode was Food of the Gods, which was which we released publicly. So that was never behind the paywall. So if you haven't checked out our episode on Burt I. Gordon's seminal masterpiece known as Food of the Gods, check it out. It was a blast. That was, like I said, it was an early. The Monster Zone, when it was a Patreon show, was kind of just us just kind of hopping on, talking, and breaking down the movie and doing our normal thing that we do on the normal show. Sometimes the audio was kind of weird because I'd be trying new things, and I'm like, it's just for Patreon, it's okay. And now I look back as I'm going through, and I'm like, oof, I gotta put a warning here, like audio may not be great. But the audio's the show is going to be more well maintained going forward. I know people are probably like, but it was for Patreon, so shouldn't it have been better? And it's like, yep, you're probably right. But it was good. No, it was a lot of fun. The episodes are good.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes the audio isn't the greatest. I'm not saying it's terrible, because I probably wouldn't have released it. I probably would have just been like, hey guys, we need to re-record that. But sometimes it happens. Like, I think our early episodes, Dan and Angela had a different mic.
Yeah, we did. Yes, that's correct.
So like audio is a little weird on their side. There was a couple episodes where I was trying a new mic and it didn't work out, but I was like, screw it, I'm going to go through the whole episode using it. Or, there's just weird things. But I'm slowly going to be. Yeah. Yep. We're sounding good. But yeah, we got a new Monster Zone will be picked tonight, but also you guys will be getting another Patreon Patreon episode. I'm trying to remember what that is.
Absolutely. And if you go back and listen to that first episode, and you do end up becoming a Burt I. Gordonite, we have covered several Burt I. Gordon movies on the fucking channel.
A Burt I. Gordon. Hey, I love it. We love Burt I. Gordon.
No, dude, we love it because War of the Colossal Beast, I think, was a Burt I. Gordon film.
Angel, weren't you already a member of the Patreon? Weren't you already a member of the Patreon?
Yeah, okay, so my phone did some upgrade and has erased everything.
Oh, that's right.
So here I am.
I just saw it there. I was like,
yeah.
Oh.
So here I am trying to figure out all my logins again, and I'm like, oh shit. This is going to be hard because I don't remember.
So I'm not going to cast my vote on the poll since my series is winning right now. So I'm not going to touch the poll. But things are crazy. If you guys have thrown your votes in there and it gets a little close, and I might have to throw mine in there.
Every time y'all say Burt I. Gordon, all I can think is the what is it, Gordon Fisherman or whatever. That's all I can think of. He knows it.
I can go to
That's all I can think of. It's a yellow box.
All right,
I don't even know.
What is the third episode? So
why are all these the Canadian releases?
The first Patreon episode we ever did was them. Then we did Varin. So the next one you guys are gonna get from the Patreon is gonna be 1957's The Black Scorpion.
Yes, feed them babies tortillas and pinto beans.
Fish sticks are.
So yeah, so that's that'll be.
That's where they want to go out to dinner. That's where your thing came from.
Oh.
That'll be the From the Vault release of the Monster Zone for February, and then you guys will be getting a freshly new episode of the Monster Zone, which is going to be exciting because not just because we haven't recorded a Monster Zone episode in quite a bit, but we also are going to have a new addition to the show. We're going to have a fourth member of the Monster Zone, and that is our good friend Mikey, who you might know as Spectre091 over on social medias. You might know him as a brilliant artist. He is a monster fanatic, and he also does stuff with Dustin over on the Flicks and Friends podcast. He does a show called Previews with him over there. Dude, he's a swell dude. And he was actually on an episode of the show last season when we covered Ghidorah, the three-headed monster. So,
Correct.
if you're like, who is that? Go check out that episode. Go check out previews over with Flicks and Friends. Go check out Spectre091 over on the social medias. I think that's his handle. Let me just double check.
Something like that.
Oh, sorry, Spectre M91. So,
Yeah, because I think it's a Ultraman reference.
So yeah, we're very excited to have him be a part of the show, and yeah, we're just excited for just the things that we're going to be doing here in 2025. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go over.
Don't do it. I need to buy this movie. Battle Arena Toshinden. I really need to buy it.
Wait.
I love Bird Eye Gordon. I love Stuart Gordon. If you haven't checked out B Action's latest episode on Robot Jocks, check it out. I got the Arrow video box set, and so it came with Robot Jocks, which I actually really like this cover. I don't know what Dustin's talking about for anyone who's listened to that episode.
I never seen the movie,
but also I didn't realize until I listened to the episode that there's actually reverse covers. Like the inside cover is the original covers of every movie. Like these are just like the special Arrow versions. So yeah, this Arrow box set is dope. It's got Robot Jocks. It's got the Dungeon Master. Actually, I'm just gonna take them all out and show you all. So we have Arena, which is one we've mentioned this movie on the Guyver episode because there is a creature. I think he might even be on the cover. Yes, it's the Grasshopper character that's very similar to the Grasshopper character from the Guyver.
Okay.
We talked about, that's why we talked about the movie. And then, of course, the inside is the original cover to Arena, which is...
Oh,
okay.
Cool. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those...
Looks like they're going to kiss.
You two should kiss.
You two should kiss.
So yeah, there's Arena. There's Cellar Dweller.
Yep. That's like half the people that come to our game store.
This one I think was Butler was effects artist for this one. Somebody else that is pretty big now was like involved in this movie, like as a writer.
That's how Mike Tyson says it.
No, yeah. Robot Jocks, of course, I just mentioned that one. Then we have Dungeon Master. Which, to be honest, never heard of this one. This was the one out of the entire pack that I had never heard of. And then one that I actually watched for the first time last year, I think it was, Movie Dumpster covered this movie. Yes. And I was like, I finally have to check out Dolls, another Stuart Gordon, fantastic movie. This one is one of the few that doesn't have... who's in this? I can't. But this is one I might have to switch, though, because I do love the OG cover of Dolls, which is the doll holding the eyes.
Yes, I remember seeing that in stores. Yep.
Yeah, that was one I mean, to be honest, when I bought the pack, Dolls was one of the ones I was most excited about because I love horror, of course, but I just watched this. It's got fantastic stop motion. It's got creepy dolls.
The transfer good?
I have not watched any of these yet.
Okay, I only have one Arrow product. It is the giant claw. It is fucking amazing.
I have all of... So I have this pack here. I have... What's the Thanksgiving movie we covered a couple years ago?
Blood Rage?
Yes, I have that.
No. Is that it?
I have the Arrow edition of that.
That's not cranberry sauce.
That's not cranberry sauce.
Not cranberry sauce.
So, yeah, that's...
Is there going to be a 4K release of Thanksgiving? Because we need that.
I'd buy it in a heartbeat.
Fucking
is there
8
any
times,
physical
80 times.
copies of that movie, or is that
Oh,
just
let's
There
some
find
needs to
out.
be.
Let's find out.
I need it in my life.
All right. Well, I think it's time to go over to the good old podcast feed and tell you and let you all know, break it down as we go through our top 10 episodes of 2024.
Hell yeah.
Very exciting stuff. We did share it on social media at the end of the year, but I figured we're doing this thing, so why not
DVDs.
give you guys.
I need Blu-ray,
We're gonna buy it.
at least.
All right. Let's write this down. So, all right. Well, let's start with the countries. So, of course, since we are a U.S. podcast, usually the country that you are out of is usually your top downloaded country. So yeah, the U.S. won out. But what hit Dan, Angela? Can you guys guess, or even anyone in the chat, could you guess what the second highest country was for the podcast in 2024?
What did you say the first one was?
It was the U.S. I don't think the U.S. has ever been.
Oh,
less
what
than
was
the
it?
first.
South Africa, was it? One time it was like in the lead.
Or Russia.
No, South Africa was our second highest downloaded country.
Which I was like, what?
You guys want to round out the top 3?
Russia. Remember we had that underground circuit where, like, I remember for a stint, like, people were downloading us on the Russian underground.
I'm gonna say India.
They were top 10. They weren't second. No, Charlie actually has it. I don't think it was the guess for the third highest, but he guessed for the second, I think, because I think we might be a little bit delayed. Canada was our third highest downloaded country, which is usually normal for U.S. based podcasts. It's usually U.S., Canada, and I think Australia or UK.
But the South, somebody's using a VPN for South Africa. They have to.
100%.
No, what it is because they appreciate the fact that I make fun of white people all the time. Like, these guys are all right. Anyway, carry on.
Man. Yeah, and then to round out the top 5, we had the UK and then Australia.
England land.
Yeah,
UK.
you guys want to take a guess at what was our most downloaded state? We actually had downloads in every state, but
Probably California
wait.
was the
Oh,
one
it's
that
got
didn't.
you said California is the one that didn't download anything?
That didn't. Yeah.
California was our most downloaded state.
Hell
I was
yeah,
just-
California.
I was just kidding.
I don't like the
just
state, but the
because.
people are all right.
They're
Yeah,
pretty
California
particular about
was
what they listen
was
to.
the highest download state. We had 3 states that didn't download any episodes, and one of
Alaska.
them is Alaska's one of them. Hawaii is another one, and then the state that shocks me because it's literally the state that's right above me. So I'm based out of
What's it,
Massachusetts.
Maine?
No,
I don't know. I don't know
Vermont.
geography.
Vermont didn't
Fuck
download a
Vermont.
single.
I was trying to
episode.
Listen,
God
Vermont, that nobody's
Hey,
listening.
No, he had ones from Rhode Island, which you said wasn't.
Okay,
didn't
that's fair.
exist.
Listen, Vermont, nobody likes Vermont Avenue on Monopoly, so fuck you, all right? No, I'm just kidding. You guys are,
It's
I thought
just
that
that was
works.
funny. I would check all the time and I'd be like, damn, Vermont. You're just like, we don't got Wi-Fi here.
how far
must not be Steelers
how have you like traveled to Vermont before?
Yes, my wife has family who's from, like, her family is from Vermont.
When you're in Vermont, just like if you're getting gas, like dude,
Just
this is a
download an
podcast, you should
episode?
listen to it.
I
Just listen.
I should have
we
done
need
that.
one.
I don't know if that's
Just
how that
one.
works, but
I don't know either.
You
because
just
my
need to
phone is
take-
based out of my state, like, right? Wouldn't that be the
Oh,
case?
No,
yeah.
no, not
Well,
you.
you need to
Ask
take-
somebody that lives there.
Oh, just
You
like,
got
hey, do you
family?
listen to
Just
podcasts?
download it.
They'll be like, what's a podcast?
Take stickers and put them on people's windows.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, just put them on like condom dispensers in the men's bathroom. Like, this just seems all right.
Yeah, UK. We get quite a bit from the UK. We got
England land.
We love everybody. All right, let's go to the top 10 most downloaded episodes of 2024. All right. At number 10, we have episode 152, The Addams Family with Jason from Binge Movie.
Okay. I dig it.
Yeah. Actually, that's technically not the top 10. I guess. Well, actually, I could count it. One of the episodes that was the most downloaded episode of last year was an episode that came out the year before. So does that count?
No, fuck it. What is it though? You should mention what it is.
It was. So the fourth most downloaded episode was my Twisted Metal review from August of 2023.
Oh, okay.
Which is one of our most downloaded things, period.
Good. People wanted to know. They wanted to hear your opinion about it. Parker, enlighten them.
I mean, does that count, though, or should I look at a different episode and see what was the 11th?
I would only do for if it came out that year.
Okay, so technically, our 10th most downloaded episode of 2024 was Return to Oz, which was we had
that
Allie.
Was an interesting one.
Yeah, we had Allie from the Quad Pro Quo podcast on. It was a good time.
Come back?
Yeah, she's gonna come back. She did come back same season. Yeah, she came back for.
I always worry, like, where are these people at?
She came back for another episode that's in our top 10. So our number 9 episode was The Addams Family with Jason from Binge Movies.
Okay.
Number 8 was episode 140, which was our season premiere for season 2, which was Silver Bullet with Dustin from the Flicks and Friends podcast. Yeah, if you listen, it's a download. So. Yo, it's so weird.
He has no idea what's going on.
What?
I said, is that Busey magic? Bussy magic? Sorry, carry on. I'm just being good. Usual.
At number 7, we have My Bloody Valentine.
Hey.
Episode 142, the original My Bloody Valentine. Ken.
I'm gonna rewatch.
Now, I'm not gonna share the amount of downloads because you guys don't need to know.
Nope.
You guys
we don't.
Where they're at. My goal is, can we get more downloads on the remake than we can get the original? That's gonna be.
I think the remake is going to be in the top 10 next year.
You think so?
I want to dress up as that for Halloween.
I think so. What now?
I got my Halloween costume.
What?
Figured out.
Which one? I don't see where it's pointed. You gonna do this? So it'd be like meet and like the beginning of it with meet and fuck coal miners.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah. She wants to dress up in the whole the mining get up with the rest.
I want to be scary this year. I thought about doing Krampus because I work with this guy who is like obsessed with dressing up as Krampus. He's already like ordered his mask and stuff. He ordered his mask from Germany.
I want to go to Germany for Krampus Nacht, I think is what it's called. It's like the Krampus festival.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go to that. At number 6, we have Little Shop of Horrors. Episode 144, which we just did on our own. That was the funny thing was that was an episode when we dropped it didn't do anything. Like, I remember looking at the numbers for it and going, boy, that was a dud. And then like 2 weeks go by. I think we already had an episode or maybe 2 out, and I'm looking at the downloads one day and it was just like, whapa! It became like, it just soared. I was like, holy shit.
Everybody was on a 2-week vacation.
It was nuts.
We'll come back.
It was an episode. I was like, well, I guess that one was a dud. I guess we're not doing musicals anymore.
Oh,
you guys should not have watched that, dude. We need to keep musicals off the palette.
And then, and then it became and then dropped into our top 10.
Well, it's good because it was one that was just us too.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's nice. It was just the core.
At number 5 is the other episode that Allie from Quad Pro Quo was on, and that was Silence of the Lambs, episode 149. That was a good one. That was one of those ones where I remember recording the episode, and then after the episode was like, oh man, I didn't do that movie justice. Like, one of my favorite movies of all time, and I always get super nervous about covering movies that I'm just so passionate about, because I always feel like I'm gonna really fuck up, or I'm gonna miss something, or I'm gonna miss a quote, which I did misquote something, and it was really it made me feel like an idiot. So at number 4, is our episode with the famous Tony from Hack the Movies, The Guyver from 1991, which we will be covering The Guyver 2. Or maybe we'll cover it with Tony again. And I know there's another movie that came out of that episode that we're going to be talking about at some point. Faust, I think it was.
Oh yeah. We were talking about that, and he was talking about it.
And that's the only reason I figured I knew what that movie was. And then someone posted something on social media about it, and I was like, "That's that movie. We got to cover that." At number 3, we had episode 147, Big Trouble in Little China, with our good friend Darren Lundberg from Nostalgia Cast and Back to Bluey. He actually got to talk about a movie he likes.
Yes,
not come on to talk about movies he just shakes his head at. Silence of the Lambs freaked me out when I was younger. Silence of the Lambs, man, that's an effective movie right there. And to be honest, I'm going to say it, and people can say whatever they want. People, the whole thing where like people were like, Silence of the Lambs isn't a horror movie. It's a psychological thriller. Psychological thrillers are horror movies. Psychological thriller is just a subgenre of horror. Stop.
Exactly.
Stop it. Okay? Silence of the Lambs is a horror movie. It's part of the horror genre. The horror genre is this big bubble, and then there's all these subcategories, okay? So let's all chill out, all right? It's the same thing people will say Jaws isn't a horror movie. Get the fuck out. A movie that literally made people not want to go in the water, and you're telling me it's not a horror movie? Get out of here with that crap. All right. I'll get off my soapbox.
I don't need help with that.
At number 2 is an episode that Charlie and the gang over at Give Me Back My Action Horror Movies still state we've never released. They're still waiting for us to release this episode, and that is 1993's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. It is our second.
Yes.
It beat out number 2, which is a lot of people's favorite Ninja Turtles movie. And number 2 didn't even make the top 10. So Ninja Turtles 3, second highest downloaded episode of the year.
Wild. Why? What is wrong with you people? What do you mean?
I don't know, man. You can never guess what people are just going to be like, I want to listen to that. We bring the fans. Hell yeah. And then, of course, our number one most downloaded episode of 2024 was
Komodo.
episode 153, the OG 1990s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with Adam Blank.
Thank you, Adam.
From Remember the Game.
Yep.
Yes, I think it's a mix. It's a mix of Adam, because Adam's got a big fan base over there, and hopefully we got some of his fans and brought them over to us. So thank you. But also, people just love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, they love the 1990 movie, because I know that Give Me Back My Action Horror Movies, I think one of their top 10 most downloaded episodes for them was TMNT, or the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So people love that movie. Their episode is fucking phenomenal. Like, I really enjoyed what we did on our episode, but if you really want an episode where it's just nostalgia after nostalgia, like just talking about their love for it, listen to Give Me Back My Action Horror Movies episode on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's fantastic. It's probably one of their best episodes they put out. I love it. I know there's a lot of other podcasters out there who have voiced their opinions on it, so check that out. But yeah, that was our top 10 most downloaded episodes of 2024. Thank you to everybody who downloads the show, who listens to the show, supports the show, all that fun stuff. The thing that I want... Go ahead.
Quick question before we transition out of the subject. Yeah. What is the lowest downloaded episode of 2024? It has to be one I picked.
Has to be. I was going to say, it has to be something you picked, because yours is always the lowest.
Oh my God.
Rip.
I wish there was a easier way of...
Not
Gone in
Rudolph.
60 seconds.
No, Rip Rudolph.
It's loaded.
I know. Poor Rudolph.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go to the beginning of the year.
I know I'm adding more time to this. I apologize, but I just need to know.
It's
the people want to know.
It's usually an episode that we do towards the end of the year, because that's when numbers start to really drop, is towards like November, December.
Is he eating food? They don't want podcast. They want food.
That's why we take the break. People get sick of us. When they start waning, and then they have a little bit of a break, and they're like, okay, we're ready again.
So It's a tie.
Oh boy.
They're newer. They're somewhat newer episodes within the last month and a half. So it's kind of, I don't know. I guess I can say what they are. The 2 lowest downloaded episodes as of right now of 2024 were the Santa Claus and Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2, which were back-to-back episodes.
Oh.
Okay,
I don't know if it's just people don't give a shit about listening about Christmas anything. I was surprised with Santa Claus. I really was. Because I feel like people love the Santa Claus. So I don't know. And it had Joey C in it. So
yeah, who wouldn't want that?
What the hell is going on? So I think it's just December. It's just December. I think December's just that kind of month. So it kind of makes me wonder, do we take our break in December and come back in January?
A lot of people are traveling and going.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing.
And
I can relate to that. My work's dead.
But it was also a weird end of the year. It was warm.
Yeah, it is odd.
And
it's weird.
January got really cold and snowy, and people were snowed in. So
this is what I'm telling myself. I'm doing this for the fun of it. I'm doing this because I have fun talking about movies with you guys, with the wonderful people that we have on the show.
Hey,
the numbers are there. I enjoy when things are happening, but I'm also not going to put myself down if an episode just didn't work. If an episode isn't getting the numbers, I'm doing my part. If it doesn't work out, I move on to the next, and maybe in the future those episodes will get the love that they deserve, because I think every episode that we do is fun. I think we have a blast.
Dustin's here now.
Dustin's here. We gotta get the fuck out of here. What's up, dude?
Hey, I enjoy watching new movies that I've not new
to you,
new to me. Like, I enjoy watching new stuff.
I have fun.
Exactly.
So
it's I think that's it. That's the thing, is like, we started the show almost 4 years ago now. I started the show 4 years ago with my brother, because I just wanted to talk about movies, because I love movies and I love just having that like, me and my brother would just have these, like, our show is basically the conversations me and my brother would have. We would do commentary tracks pretty much about the movies we were watching, and then it turned into like breaking down the plots. That's what you guys are doing. So why not put it on the internet for people to listen to? If they don't want to, if it's not for them, then don't listen to it. There's a million other podcasts out there you can listen to. Of course, we want to grow. Of course, we want to get more people to listen to the show, but I'm also not going to do something I don't want to do in order to get those type of, like, to get viewers or to get listeners. Like, I'm just going to do what I want to do, because that's kind of the whole point. If I have to pander to, if you did this instead, you might be able to get this, and then I'm going in a direction maybe I don't want to go into, and then it's not fun anymore. It's more of like a business, and I don't want it to become like that, because it's not a business for me. It's just a hobby. This is just something I do to help with my mental health. It's kind of an escape, and as we all have kids and stuff like that, and it's nice to be able to kind of step away for a second, late at night when the kids are sleeping, to get to hop on your computer and talk about movies. Yes. Yeah. I'll do that, Dustin, if you take the pictures.
Been there, done that.
Like in a sauna, fun. They're all sweaty, like pictures you can smell.
No,
oh God.
I mean, I grew up watching MST3K, not supposed to be watching it, but so I still talk like that during movies. Even when we're in the movie theater, I'm like, hey, and I whisper to him about something that happened, and we both giggle and not like that.
That's just me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's a personal thing.
I mean, that's why we've gotten kicked out of movie theaters. I'm just kidding.
Well, yeah. Well, we like doing it. We do it for the love of the game. Yeah, exactly. I like recording. I like content creating. We're giving back.
Yeah, exactly. And to be honest, if we didn't do this, we wouldn't have met everyone in this chat right now. We wouldn't know Dustin. We wouldn't know Daniel. We wouldn't know Charlie. we wouldn't know everyone that we've met and been able to do this show with over the course of almost 4 years now. We've got to do episodes with people I never imagined I would have done episodes with. Being able to work with such amazing movie lovers and podcasters, like Epic Film Guy is one of the first to really throw support our way when we were getting going, and a bigger account, and the fact that it wasn't just like, hey, they followed you and then nothing happens. We haven't had Justin on in quite some time, so that's definitely something we need to change. I know he is very busy doing all of his stuff over at Epic Film Guys, but we definitely got to get him back on the show. But he's been on the show like 3 times, and which is like wild. We've had Movie Dumpster on, maybe not both of them at the same time every time, but we've been able to have Movie Dumpster on the show multiple times, and that's a show, they're two of, like, when it comes to like inspirations for podcasting, it's Joe and Sean.
And they were definitely, it was a humbling experience, just because it's like, oh, we got big people that like us.
Yeah, exactly. Or when somebody like Joe or Sean or Justin and people like that say, hey, you guys are doing a great job, or you guys are really busting your ass and doing a great, like, it's like, why am I not seeing this for myself?
Right. But it's also like me, as like when I draw something, which I haven't in a while, I am the hardest person on myself when I draw something. I'm like, this looks stupid. And just kind of.
It's it's awesome, and it's not even just like forming relationships to like do guest spots. Like, it's not like, like we're genuinely friends with all these people. Like I've never met you guys in person, and we've known each other since what, 2019?
I've known you longer.
It's true.
Yeah, it's like 2019, so we've known each other for what, 6 years now. We've never met in person, but I consider you guys like 2 of my best friends. So Dustin, Charlie, Joe and Sean, like these people that we've met, Daniel, who we've known for a short amount of time, but always talking I just opened up the Discord yesterday, and the fact that the Discord blew up like it did, and like people are like chatting and suggesting things,
I'm so
and talking
lost
in there.
In all the conversation.
I know, because I had like 2 channels in there 2 days ago, and I have this whole thing, and people are like, I don't have to start the conversation. People just start talking and adding to it, and it's great. And that's kind of, I'm like, that makes me feel good inside. So,
and growing up with the rise of the internet starting, I have the longest friends from the internet. I have friends that I've been on the internet with from high school. So it's like, and I've never met them. So it's like, I finally found my group.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Daniel, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for the support. Thanks for thanks for sharing all the love for us and for movies and all that stuff. We're looking forward to all the fun we're gonna have continue to have in the Discord, and just thank you. Who? You, Dustin. You.
We'll get that feed section set up soon.
Dustin, one of the hardest working dudes in the game, literally sent me a message this morning of a clip from the uncut episode that I released on Discord or on Patreon this morning. Don't even ask him to do it. He just sends it to me. He's like, hey, here's a clip for you to post if you want to. And it's just like, why? Why do you do Why do you do this, man? Like, you don't have to do that. But like the fact that people will do that for you, it's just great. It's amazing. And thank you so much for all the support and the friendships, and I can't wait to continue this and to continue to have fun doing this. And we got a lot of fun movies to talk about. Some movies, like whatever franchise we end up covering, it's gonna be weird, all right? Because you're gonna have those people who this is the time where I feel like you're gonna get new people coming in, because people are gonna be like, oh shit, the Bourne movies? Who's talking about the Bourne movies right now? Nobody is. So if that is the case, that's gonna be cool. the Underworld movies. Who's talking about the Underworld movies?
Oh, gosh.
Nobody. So hopefully we'll be
Nobody.
getting some people that come out of the woodworks. Like, I'm an Underworld fan. Let's go.
The cockroaches.
Yeah.
That's because that's what they sound like inherently. I'm sorry. Just, not in the bad way. It's fine.
Oh,
Because that's what
man.
I do. Like, if I'm doom scrolling, like YouTube, I'm like, that's cool. I don't know
Yeah.
what that is, or that's something I remember. I'm going to check that out. And I'll just boop.
Oh, speaking
I'm hoping people do that with us.
Yeah, something that I forgot to mention in the Alien Romulus episode, which I always know I'm going to miss something, is I didn't shout out the wonderful artist who created our new logo, Roland Wakefield. You can find him over on Instagram at Roland_Wakefield. He created our so the tape that you're seeing on YouTube that's above us is part of our logo. He actually gave me each part of the logo separately, so now I can do cool things with it in all the thumbnails and stuff like that, which is really cool. But if you go to like any of our social medias, our YouTube logo, our Discord logo, that's our brand new logo. It's fucking amazing. I'm gonna be throwing it on some t-shirts. I'm gonna be putting it over on our TeePublic store at some point, so that's gonna be happening. We're definitely gonna need
new shirts.
Yeah, it's definitely something I'm going to be getting at some point. So, yeah. So watch out for that. I have been very lazy about the merch store. I'm also going to be throwing the logo that Logan from Video Villa made us for last season, the Reanimator inspired one. I'm going to be throwing that up on that store too, because I want to show Logan some love, because that was an awesome, he calls it a doodle, but that dude knows how to draw, man. It's awesome. He does.
Listen, people that can doodle like that and make me jealous, because there are people that can just like one line go with a pen, and I'm like, you suck, because I can't do that.
Right? He created that logo for us. He created B Action's logo. I know that he created the newest logo for Flicks and Friends, which is like Muppet themed. I think if I remember that. Yeah, it's like Muppet Show.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
You need a shirt. Well, I'll get to it as quickly as possible, my friend. I'm gonna get that art up as fast as possible. Just look out for those TeePublic sales, because those TeePublic sales are going all the time.
Yep.
So that's when you need to go over there and snag some stuff. I know that they have new shit going up too. I think they have hats now and all that stuff. Ooh. So that'll be fun. I need a new hat. So maybe I'll get myself a Dissect That Film hat.
Ooh,
I rock this movie dumpster hat, but I think I need a replacement because I wear it so much. It's like dirty to the point where even when I wash it, it still looks dirty.
Yep.
It's unfortunate.
That means that you love it. It's well worn.
Yes. A Radu char. The only reason I'm like, I know what that is, because I just listened to that episode of Barons, so it's awesome. What's up, Suns and Shadows? Hail chat and crew. What's going on?
What's up, dude? What's up? Oh. Go ahead, sorry.
Huh?
Nothing. I was going to say something, don't just ignore me.
I do it a lot.
Yeah, you should. I think most of the people fucking here should, too.
What's that?
Ignore me.
Parker did it anyway.
He did. He did it passively. He knows. This ain't his first rodeo.
Yo, this is so the music. And another person that I don't talk about enough, who we definitely got to get back on the show, is the man behind the music of Dissect That Film, and that is our good friend Dark Razard. I've been using his music since I started streaming, since I met him back in 2019, 2020, I think it was, when awesome. I was getting into streaming, and I found out that he made his own music. And so of course it's free to use, so I was just playing it all the time on my streams. And when I started the podcast, I literally was able to like reach out to him, and he would give me all the files and stuff so I could add them to the episode. So yeah, all the music that you hear in the episodes at the beginning and the end of the episodes are from our good friend Dark Razard. If you are like, who is that? He's on Spotify. That's where I'm listening to this right now. You can listen to him anywhere. I think I have a signed CD back here. my good buddy. That's actually his truck, by the way.
Hell yeah, dude.
Him and his pit vipers.
Fucking hell, dude. He loves those things.
He's been on the show before. He was actually I've actually done two episodes with him, I think, right? I did the one thing with him by myself. It was like it was like an interview that I did with him when we kind of sat down and just talked about, what movies, what are his favorite movies, and kind of just having a general conversation. And then he actually came on for Super Mario Brothers, 1993. Oh, actually, he's been on twice. Well, 3 times technically, because he was on the most downloaded episode of this show so far, and that is American Pie.
Oh, that's right.
We had a lot of fun.
You put your dick in a pie. Enough.
Yeah, that one was fun.
So yeah, if you're looking for music for your podcast, if you're looking for music to play on your streams, and you don't want to deal with copyright strikes, especially like YouTube or Twitch or wherever, Dark Razard, just go to Spotify, type in Dark Razard, play all of his music. You won't get in trouble for it. It's free to use.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it's great stuff. I don't got anything else. I don't know about you guys. I don't know if I missed anything, but I think
just the wheel, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say the last thing we got to do is we got to figure out what monster movie we're gonna be covering in February for the Monster Zone.
I already had it up.
Yep, it's all loaded up with new suggestions and everything. Thing's fat.
All right, well, I have
I will keep it here.
What?
I'm waiting for him to finish.
No, I didn't recognize this.
Oh, because you don't do it.
You turn the resolution up. Oh, boo. Fucking boo,
we don't
Discord.
have Nitro, because Nitro's dumb. I'm sorry. No, Nitro's not dumb. It has done good stuff, but I can't afford it.
Cap it at 30 frames. What the fuck?
Oh, it's fine.
Just kidding. It's around my legs. Help!
It yanked my headphones off.
Sorry, wife. You alright?
Yeah.
Sorry, we lost the music because I had to switch screens just so that you guys can see the wheel on the live stream.
All right.
Wait, I gotta pull up watch stream first.
You're good.
All right, here we go.
I will give you time.
Here it is,
right,
people.
Ready?
We're spinning the
Let's
wheel.
go.
Did you add? Oh yeah, you said you added all the movies.
Yeah,
it's
I already
going.
added everything.
Okay. It's going.
It's going.
That's
Here
what
we
I was doing
go.
before we started.
Oh my god, we almost got it. We almost got returned.
We're almost. We're doing 8. Oh my gosh. Yep.
All right.
South. This is a not Korean giant ape movie. God, who made this? I always get this mixed up with Mighty Peking Man.
Not a Korean.
1976. It literally, the picture of the ape is the ape flipping.
Yep.
It is currently. I said it was on Tubi.
Yes. Is it on Tubi?
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Okay, I'm gonna stop streaming.
I gotta update it.
South Korean.
Nice. I like Korean.
I was wrong.
Well, yeah.
We watched one of these and it was wild. I think one we watched was the Mighty Peking Man. I've never seen this one.
All right, let me see if it's on there.
Yeah,
it is. Ape from 1976, hour and 26 minutes. An American actress in South Korea finds herself in grave danger when a giant gorilla escapes, kidnaps her, and wreaks havoc across Seoul. There you go. That is our. That is going to be our new movie for February. But like I said, you guys are going to be getting 2 Monster Zone releases this month because I will be releasing an older Patreon episode. Which, what did I say it was? Oh, the Black Scorpion.
Yep.
And then you will be getting Ape later in the month. It'll be on the free feed. And those will be out on Mondays. Our normal episodes to the show are Friday releases. I'm going to try to get the Monster Zone to be either Monday or Tuesday. So,
sweet.
Yeah, and it'll be twice a month. I'm
working really hard on an opening, so I don't have to.
Angela's got her opening. We got a new logo getting created for it, so that's exciting stuff. And then, of course, we got Mikey joining us for the show. So
Yep.
it's all about, you know, having that fourth voice. We're actually going to be going back to the OG version of the show. We're going to be doing what we do on the normal show. We're going to be going through the plot of the movie and kind of doing our thing there. But Dan is going to be the one driving instead of me. I get to sit back and just I get to be Dan in our normal show during that.
Except not as profane and inappropriate as me.
Yeah. I can't. What am I supposed to outclass you here? Like, what?
It's just what I do. It's not really a race. We just all have different roles.
Oh man,
no, I'm that guy that
Dan,
people,
but Dan.
Yeah, I'm that guy at the end of the episode. You wonder. I wonder if he's going to be on next episode or not.
We're literally almost 200 episodes into this thing. You think he's going to be there? You think we're going to have him again?
He's going to cut him. He's going to say something really racy one time. Just cut his ass loose. It's gonna miss the edit, and it's just all downhill from here.
I said one day I'm just gonna like push him off to the side.
Yeah.
He's just not gonna come back.
Yep, it's true facts, dude. True facts.
All right, well, I think that will do it for tonight. Thank you so much to everyone who was here chatting. Thank you for listening to the show and all that stuff. I'm probably going to turn this into an audio form and throw it up on the feed at some point next week, so you guys will, for anyone who didn't get to be here live, you guys will be able to listen to the show. Of course, it'll be on YouTube in the archives, so you guys can rewatch the live stream if you want.
Yep.
I don't know. I feel like I said, I feel like I'm always missing something. So I don't know. You guys got your Monster Zone stuff. We talked about that.
Yeah, I think you covered most of it.
Yeah, we got a lot of fun stuff. Our 4-year anniversary isn't until April.
Yep.
It's weird because our first ever, like the first time we ever sat down and recorded, or we didn't really record the episode. Well, I did record it, was in April, but it was just on Twitch. I didn't put the first episode on podcast feeds until May. So when do we consider our anniversary? In April, when we first technically did an episode, or in May when I technically released them to audio?
I think you could do either one, but you got to think when they make a movie isn't truly released until it's released. So,
but wait,
I know we recorded it live,
but Parker needs to know exact dates for.
Oh, so technically, 3 episodes came out the same day. Our first 3 episodes came out the same day.
Oh, then we're just fucked. That's all we got. We're fucking pooch.
What do you think, everybody? What do you think in the chat? Do you think we should consider our anniversary in April when we technically first actually did an episode, but we didn't release the episode to podcast services until May? So what is it, April or May? I'm gonna if somebody just throws it in the chat. April.
I'd say whatever you released it on.
Stupid smart
when they dropped. Okay, so
because you have that.
So yeah, our anniversary is until May.
Yeah, because you have that
record.
Oh. I'm just saying.
I guess you're right.
Yeah. Hey, I wasn't the only one that said it.
No, I just want to look up. What the exact day is. May 11th, 2021. That's when I released Godzilla 2014.
It's weird. That's roughly the time I... Hold on.
So I gotta write that down somewhere.
Yeah, that's roughly the time I came. No, then I come back to work in my job. No, my job wasn't until September. It's when I started the first time.
I mean, I can scroll back with my chat with Parker.
Yeah, it's whatever.
And figure out.
It'll
be a long scroll, but
it's fine.
What's that?
I said I could scroll back to our
the conversation.
Oh. Yeah, because we had chats before.
No. I mean, I just looked it up on Spotify.
Yeah.
And it did the exact date. I guess May 11th is our anniversary. I think the last couple of years I've been doing it in April because I was like, yeah, that's when we did it, right? But hey, I said if somebody said it in the chat, then that's what I'm going to do. And Dustin said when they dropped. So.
Hey, you can pick right in the middle of both.
Thank you, Dustin.
And be perfectly fine.
Yeah, we got our 4-year anniversary in May. We have our 200th episode, which will be our one. My Bloody Valentine's going to be our 190th episode, which is mind-blowing. So yeah, we got 10 episodes before our 200th episode. So that means we got 10 weeks from Valentine's Day. So I'll have to figure out what the heck we're going to be doing for our 200th episode.
Great question.
Yeah. So, but we got time. We got time to figure it out and all that stuff. All right. I think we're rambling. We're doing all that things we usually do. So we're going to get the hell out of here. It's been a little longer than I thought we were going to be. But you know what? We had a good time. It's always great to be here to chat with all of you in the chat. And it's great to hang out here with Dan and Angela.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're going to try to.
I'm feeling better.
Yes. That is the most important thing, is the fact that you're feeling better. But thank you seriously to everybody out there. We love you. We appreciate all the support. And yeah, we're going to try to do this. And we're going to try to do this once a month. We're going to try to do these live streams to kind of just, to relax. Drop the shoulders and just have a good time. And yeah. All right. We're out of here, people. Have a wonderful night. I'm Brett Parker. That's Dan and Angela, DNA Gaming. We're Dissect That Film. And this has been Dissect That Film live for January 2025. We'll see y'all again next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.